Parks?
Here.
Committee Member Herman? Is not here. And Committee Member Musgrave?
Here.
Thank you.
Yes, okay. Any updates on the minutes, or can we go ahead and approve them?
I move they be approved.
I second it.
No further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Minutes approved. Public comment. No public here. Do we have public online? Okay. And seeing there's no old business, we can move on to new business. 350 Humboldt update. I see that's probably you, Deborah, because you passed out the sheet.
It is me. At our last meeting, I talked a little bit about what, yay, fearless leaders here. At our last meeting, I talked a little bit about an energy fair designed to let people know that the federal incentives are going away much sooner than they had been planned to. And if people have been on the fence, or if they are not sure what incentives there are out there, and especially if they want to get an EV before the end of September, they need to get a move on with this. So 350 Humboldt, which is a climate action group locally, CRTP, the Coalition for Responsible Transportation, and the Climate Action Campaign from the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship, sorry about that, have all banded together to sponsor this fair with the help of RCEA, RCAA, EPIC, and some local contractors who will all be there to answer questions. This is going to be Tuesday, August 19th from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Jefferson Center in the multipurpose room there. That's 1000 B Street. There are some local people who have been certified by Rewiring America or Rewired America, I'm not quite sure which form it is, to be energy coaches. And they have gone through extensive training to help people evaluate their homes and see what's going to be most cost efficient and most beneficial in terms of making sustainable changes. There will still be incentives left after the federal ones go away. The federal EV incentives go away the end of September. Most of the rest of them go away the end of December of this year. So people need to kind of get moving if they've been thinking about it but not doing much. So if you have any questions, the contractors who are going to be there are people that those of us who are planning this have actually worked with and can vouch for. We're not just putting out an open invitation to any contractor. So this is for your information. I have these copies available if you want to hand them out to people. I will also have a bunch of them tomorrow at the city council meeting where I will hand them out. We want to get the word out. Sorry for the late notice. Sorry for the incentives going away. If I were in charge of the world, they wouldn't be going away, but I'm not in charge of the world. So anyway, any questions about this?
Do you also want volunteers?
What a wonderful question. Yes. It's not going to be a formal affair. There will be no speaking. There'll be a table with greeters and leaflets and information, and then mostly tabling around the room. So if I'm interested in a heat pump hot water heater, but I don't really know much about it, I can go to Beth, say, who is at the heat pump hot water heater table, and she's just a plain old person. She's not a contractor. She's not an electrician, but she's had one put in her home, and she can say, this was what I like about it. This was what I didn't like about it. The contractor I worked with was so-and-so, and my bill has gone down by such and such, and I'm thrilled with the whole thing. If you can't say that, please don't come. That's valid. There'll be people there who have EVs and have had them for years. There'll be people who have solar panels, who have battery backup, whole house battery backup, as well as smaller units, people with induction stoves. Our CEA has loaner induction burners, and they will have a couple of those there and some people demonstrating how fast water boils, so you better not walk away from your new induction stove because you're going to have a mess to clean up. So people can answer all kinds of questions. Contractors who are there will be able to tell you what the lead time is to get something done, approximately how much it might cost, and what they can make appointments to come out and look at your individual situations. But yeah, volunteers are going to be needed. There aren't going to be refreshments because we didn't want to have to deal with putting those out or cleaning them up afterwards. We wanted the focus to be completely on this. So there'll be volunteers at all of these tables, including the contractors who are basically volunteering after hours. So everybody's going to be eager to answer questions. We just need people there to ask the questions. And you already last month volunteered to, yeah, so your name's on the list.
Sweet.
And if anybody else wants to volunteer based on your experiences, or if you just want to come and find out about that hypothetical heat pump hot water heater, come on down. No other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thanks for bringing it up. And then for the city council meeting?
Matt pulls some strings, and because of the time limitations and having to send everything through multiple layers of staff, this is not an official report from us, but I'm going to, I guess I have more than 3 minutes in the report part. Help me here, Matt.
Well, after discussing the item with the city clerk, she agreed that this could be discussed under the mayor announcements. I'm not sure as what sort of time limit you will have to talk about it, but she was able to do that because it's not an item that's going to be voted on and the council will not be taking any action on it, and it's for informational purposes only.
Great. Thank you so much. Okay, so under mayor announcements,
No problem.
which also has the advantage of being earlier in the meeting.
It does.
So I will be there. I'm going down to, I'm cheap, so I only have a black and white printer at home, but I'm going to go down and get color copies made for tomorrow. And if you want any more, just let me know. Or I can attach them. Jessica, could you attach them to the minutes? Is that legit? Yeah.
I think so.
So that if somebody wanted it, they could just, or I can send it out with the notes. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never attached anything before. I'm
Okay.
not sure what the protocol is for that.
Okay. So I will send out the color version that I have on my computer, and y'all can print out whatever you need or email it to other people.
Sweet. Yeah, I could actually, my work has an internal thing. I could send that out in.
Yeah, whoever you have to get the word out, especially because the time frame is so short.
Did you guys already do the, sorry, for my.
Yeah, we moved through the, you can take over.
Okay. Oh, okey-doke. So reports and communication, discussion on committee goals and action items for 2025. So I have nothing to add to the discussion because I did not send my follow-up emails yet. Although with the EVs, since the incentives are going away in September, I kind of felt like that one, we missed the window.
No, we didn't miss the window. The window got slammed shut on our fingers.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't have that list in front of me, actually. Is that with the EV chargers, or is there another one related to?
No, that was,
That was the EV chargers, yeah. And then, yeah, I don't have the list.
no, EV chargers are not going away the end of December. If that's the one about, no, which one are you talking about?
EV vehicle incentives.
Oh, yeah, those are going
Yeah.
away.
I did do a little bit. I'm unfortunately really tied up on the personal side right now. I did a little bit of poking around for the utility pole EV chargers. I found a couple of places. LA does it a lot through their Public Works street lighting division. I was considering cold calling them to see how it works. The other place I found was Melrose, Massachusetts. They have a whole sustainability director, energy challenge program, a bunch of stuff, and I wanted Deborah had thought she might contact them on that front, and part of their whole picture is utility pole chargers. I couldn't see any separate division, so again, it would be a cold call. I sent email to, I guess the internal, it would have been Brittany, asking who handles street lights in the city, what is our relationship with PG&E and power poles and lights, who owns what, and how's that set up. I didn't get a response from her, and probably because she's on vacation. But if I could get information about that, I'm trying to work it from both ends a little bit.
I think it's Public Works.
It's Public Works?
Handles the streetlights if it's not a PG&E owned.
But can I just, is that you? Oh,
Matt's gonna write that down, right?
okay, yeah. There's a little bit of it.
Because that's not my department. I just do the minutes.
Right, yeah, no, I didn't realize, I had forgotten that Brittany was on vacation. I thought normally I get a response, but I didn't. So.
Matt, is that a Kelly question?
No, I'll run it by Brittany. She'll be back, I believe, Wednesday.
Okay.
And I can ask her to follow up with George.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
But it would be cool if we could contact Melrose, because they're a small city north of Boston. They're about the same size as Eureka, actually, like 30,000 or something. Probably a little more well-funded. But it's kind of interesting. They had a comprehensive program right down our alley on all aspects: EVs, chargers, this, that, a whole bunch of things.
It's nice to hear something similar sized, because I wondered with those ones if we had the population to justify it.
Yeah. So that's the little bit of poking that I've done. So.
You might want to check with Half Moon Bay, which has the advantage of being even smaller than we are, and in California,
Right,
so
super
subject to the
and
same.
local, yeah. Calling into Los Angeles, I wasn't sure would get me a lot of.
Yeah,
a
and
lot
LA
going on
would
and
not
a lot of
be.
busy people, I'm sure. But Half Moon Bay, may be a little better shot.
In LA, you're where?
Yeah, right. they have utility pole chargers in Half Moon Bay.
If I remember correctly, they do, because I did some research on this when we first were coming up with these goals.
Okay.
And Half Moon Bay was incredible. They have a sustainability director, and if I remember correctly, they have the utility pole chargers.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay, so they might be somebody's brain to pick on both fronts, actually. I mean, the
Yeah,
one,
because LA, I think, would just not be directly comparable.
right, yeah, no, I thought it was interesting that, and they said, I thought this one stat there said they had something like 200,000 streetlights or something, so they've got a lot of poles
Oh.
to work with, right?
we could do that.
They don't have 200,000 chargers, though.
I have talked with Brittany about publicizing energy saving and sustainability projects that the city already has completed or has in process. And once again, she said she'd get back to me after she gets back from vacation. So I'll talk to her then.
I did some investigating on solar panels over the parking lots. Nothing local. It's something just getting started. Target has a new building in Vista, and they have constructed solar panels over their parking lot. The state is developing legislation to provide incentives for solar panels over the parking lots.
I did forget about that. I contacted Costco, but I haven't heard back yet. I'll follow up with them this week. And then I forget who the other person was I was supposed to contact. I will locate that and call them.
Was it the Bayshore Mall?
Was it the Bayshore Mall? Maybe that was it. All right. Anybody else have anything to add?
From the notes last time, I think, Beth, you were going to reach out to Lost Coast Brewery and Health Sport.
Oh, that's who it was. Okay. All right. Does anybody else have anything? Otherwise, the meeting is adjourned.